Hello, you're welcome to lesson 2 of the amines, a new homologous cell we've just started. And in the previous video, we were looking at the nomenclature. We ended when we were looking at nomenclature of the amines, and we had looked at the nomenclature of the primary amines. And we saw that it's an issue of identifying the alkyl group. And then we end with the word amine. In some case, we saw that it is possible to simply identify the amino group as a branch. And in that case, we identify the number of carbon atom to which it is attached, and we call it an amino alkane. So, we want in this video to continue with the nomenclature of the amines. And this time we want to look at nomenclature of the aliphatic amines with at least a phenyl group separated from the amino group by maybe a methylene group. Nomenclature of amines in which the amino group is separated from phenyl group by at least one methylene. A methylene group is CH2. That's a methylene group. An example, if you had the phenyl group is a benzene ring, and then CH2, NH2. These compounds are not aromatic amines. These are aliphatic amines. And in this case, we name them as the phenyl group substitute of aliphatic amines. These are named as phenyl substituted aliphatic amines. These are named as phenyl substituted aliphatic amines. Let's begin this very one. In this very one here, this is going to be phenyl, and then because this is the methylene group, this is one methylene group, and so this will be methyl amine. This is phenyl methyl amine. If they were two carbon atoms, that is an ethylene group. And this one is NH2. And so the name would be a phenyl ethyl amine. Phenyl ethyl amine. So we have such compounds. They are still aliphatic amines, but there is a benzene ring called the phenyl group substituting substituting the one of the hydrogen atoms on what would be the alkyl group. This is phenyl ethyl amine. Then we can as well go ahead and look at nomenclature of the aromatic amines. Nomenclature of the aromatic amines. Now, aromatic amines are the ones with a nitrogen atom. These are amines in which the nitrogen atom is directly bonded to the benzene ring, e.g. this compound here. This compound is called phenylamine and is the simplest aromatic amine. Is the simplest aromatic amine. And all of the other amines that are aromatic are derived from phenylamine. All other aromatic amines are derived, they come from, they are derived from, phenylamine. So the names must contain this as the parent name. For example, if we had this compound NH and then CH3, this compound is containing a methyl group, and the methyl group is attached on phenylamine. So the parent name here is phenylamine, and we shall just mention the methyl group as a branch, and so the name would be methyl phenylamine. Once the nitrogen is bonded to the benzene ring, then the parent name of the compound is phenylamine. If you had N, then there is H. Then this is going to be called diphenylamine, because both the benzene rings are attached on the nitrogen, or the nitrogen is bonded to both the benzene rings. However, if we had two benzene rings attached on the nitrogen, but still there is another alkyl group. So these two will constitute the parent name, and then this is a branch. So we shall have a methyl diphenylamine, a methyl diphenylamine, and so this is the nomenclature of the aromatic amines. So from nomenclature, of the aromatic amines, we would as well now go and venture through the preparation of these amines. And we shall do as we have been doing. We first go through those reactions that we are familiar with, those reactions we already know. And I'll rub off this and then look at the preparation of amines. And then we look at those reactions that we have at least covered. If you have been following us, then there are some reactions that you already familiar with. So preparation of amines. And number one, we shall start with what we saw in the alkyl halides. We can prepare primary amines, secondary amines, or tertiary amines from alkyl halides. So preparation from alkyl halides. Normally these reactions that we have already covered in details, we simply highlight them. If I had a primary alkyl halide, like that one, or we can generalize X, and we react this with conc ammonia, but in presence of an alcohol, and we heat the mixture, then we shall be able to form RCH2 NH2, and this is a primary amine. However, if this primary alkyl halide is reacted with a primary amine in presence of an alcohol, and we heat the mixture, then the product that we shall get, this coming from the alkyl halide, and then the N would join in there, and we shall form a secondary amine. We can still form a tertiary amine if this alkyl halide was reacted with a secondary amine. So we can prepare all the classes of amines by looking at alkyl halides, and this would be NR2, like that. So we have already seen these reactions in alkyl halides. I'm simply reminding them to you in this video so that when you're reading, you cut across all the homologous series when it comes to preparation of amines. So all the three classes of amines could be prepared by simply using alkyl halides. Number two, another method of preparation that we still saw when you're looking at alkyl halides was from nitrous. Nitrous are also called cyanides. So if we said reduction of nitrous using suitable reducing agents. In this case, we would get lithium aluminium tetrahydride, and we simply introduce lithium aluminium tetrahydride in presence of dry ether, and we put hydrogen atoms, two here, two here. We had already seen that. In that case, you'll be able to prepare a primary amine. So reduction of nitrous using suitable reducing agents can give us what we call amines. Another method that we already looked at that we can remind ourselves is the reduction of amides. Reduction of amides. Number three. reduction of amides. Reduction of amides. Now, if you had an amide and treat it with a suitable reducing agent like lithium, aluminium tetrahydrate, of course in presence of dry ether, then still add the hydrogen atoms there, we saw already this, that we should be able to form an amine. These are methods used to prepare amines. So when we are trying to look at what we already know, then we have to look at all of them. We have also seen the preparation of aliphatic amines from aliphatic amines by reducing. We can reduce what we call nitrobenzene. Reduction of nitrobenzene. Reduction of nitrobenzene. Reduction of nitrobenzene. And in this case, we said the special reducing agent used would involve first reacting this reaction or this nitrobenzene with tin in presence of Conco HCl, heat the mixture to form a salt, which is then hydrolyzed with sodium hydroxide aqueous, and in that case we shall form what we call phenylamine. We shall be able to form what we call phenylamine. This is a reaction that we have already covered in the previous episodes. Then another reaction that we have already covered but leads to production of amines, we said the Hofmann's degradation. Hofmann's degradation. That if you had an amide and then we react this amide with bromine in presence of concentrated either potassium hydroxide or sodium hydroxide and warm, then we should be able to form an amine with reduction in the carbon atom where there is loss of the carbonyl functional group. And now lastly, under the preparation, we want to look at one more reaction which we might have not looked at under those reactions we have been discussing, and that is number 6 from nitroalkanes. Nitroalkanes have this general structure, and nitroalkanes can as well be reduced using lithium, aluminium tetrahydrate in presence of dry ether to form compounds called the amines. If we don't use that, we could use other reducing agents like sodium in presence of ethanol. Can reduce it to a primary amine. A good example, if I had CH3CH2NO2, we could use lithium, aluminium tetrahydrate in presence of dry ether, and then we are able to form aminoethane or ethylamine. Now, these reagents are not popularly used for nitrobenzene. The one that is very popular with nitrobenzene is use of tin, Conco HCl, and then followed by the hydrolysis. So these are some of the methods that we could use to prepare amines. In the next episode, we shall be looking at some of the reactions. See you there. Thank you.